All right, today we are going to talk about Eternals and why that Rotten Tomato score and these critics, they on some bullshit. They on some motherfucking bullshit. Okay? All right, so big background here. Okay, for number one, first time you're doing reviews with Crystal, welcome. I review books mostly. Sometimes I review movies that I especially love, and I'm like, oh, we just got to talk about it because I got to geek out. I cuss a lot. I try to keep the first half spoiler free, and then like in the second half, I might spoil a little bit. I'm not going to spoil Eternals too much, but I might drop some spoilery lines in the second half, but I will warn you all. So like the first 10 minutes of this is definitely just going to be spoiler free. My Marvel love comes all from the cinematic universe. I have not read any of the comics, none of that. I have only just watched the movies, and I love all the fucking Marvel movies. They're great. My favorite Marvel movie is Discord is a punk. Did do it? Y'all should come hang out with us live on Twitch if you're watching this on YouTube. Then you can like talk to me while I'm fucking doing the review. I don't know why I didn't do the live thing in Discord. Bander set that up. Just add everybody and tell them we're live. I don't know how to do it. that's Pixel. That's she asked me. You see this? That's my fiance. It's awesome to say that. All right. Anyway, my favorite Marvel movie is Doctor Strange. I know it is not the best Marvel movie. I would say like the best Marvel movie right now is probably Shang-Chi. I will say I don't want to hear shit about the Winter Soldier anymore. I think Shang-Chi is the best fucking Marvel movie to date. But my personal favorite is Doctor Strange, even though Shang-Chi I thought was fucking amazing. Doctor Strange is my boy. So it's like, for me, it's like Doctor Strange and like Shang-Chi. And then I have to think about how I rank the rest of the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe. But anyway. Okay, so listen, Eternals, okay? I think with a different writer, and we don't give, I know we just, when movies come out, it's all about the director and the director and the director. And look, Chloe, don't remember her last name, don't do names. We're gonna do this a lot, by the way. I'm gonna have to Google a lot of the Eternals names because I don't fucking remember. I'm terrible with names. I do this in book reviews as well. The combination of script writing and then Chloe's direction on Eternals made it the movie that it was, with a lesser director and a lesser writer. And I don't know who, but shout out to both of them. This would have been a bad movie. It would have not been able to overcome the problems. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely some problems with Eternals, but the problems with Eternals come from 10 fucking characters and a whole lot of history that you're trying to cram into a 2.5-hour movie. Now, 9 times out of 10, when people try to do that, and I know we have examples of movies that we know fail, but we just can't think of them, it doesn't work. Like, they never recover. It's just like, oh, it would have been a good movie, but you do a lot of that. Eternals manages to recover. And that is something that I think makes it, like, so special. And I'm really kind of mad at Marvel that they didn't give her 2 movies. Because when people talk about this movie and they talk about the characters and their depth and the conflict, there is so much that she could have explored and I think pulled out of the actors if they had given her 2 movies. I feel like you will leave Eternals wanting to know about their history and everything that they experienced on the planet before we get to present day. Like when they first arrived up till now deserved to be a movie all on its own. And I think it would have made Eternals a lot stronger because it would have given us time to attach ourselves to characters. Because there are 10 fucking characters and not enough time to really dive deep into them, that's why in the beginning, and I think people will just kind of, not arbitrarily, but you're just naturally going to be drawn to certain characters. And I think if we were given more of the story, then we would have more characters that we loved. I also think that some of the chemistry between characters didn't work. And I'm sorry, Icarus Cersei's fans, they didn't work for me. And so I buy him as Icarus. He has some amazing scenes when he is just Icarus and not trying to be Icarus in love with Circe, when he is just Icarus, this actor nails it. He nails the character. He nails, like, I believe it. There is a very emotional scene that Icarus has that I won't spoil because I'm not talking about spoilers. And he is just like, he's fucked up. And I felt that, like, even when I'm not gonna say that. I felt that. But when he is in love with Circe, he kind of feels like a stalker to me. Like when he's like, there's these beautiful scenes where they're trying to like rush the love affair. Like the Eternals are on this ship. This is not too much of a spoiler. This happens like immediately. They're on the ship and then they all wake up and then they're looking out the mirror and they're looking down at Earth and she walks up to him and they're like looking at each other and it's supposed to be one of those love at first sight type of moments. But there's no chemistry between the actors to sell that, which is unfortunate. Thena and Gilgamesh, their chemistry is off the charts. It's so fucking good. And they just have a friendship. They had just very deep, loving, amazing fucking friendship. And I shipped the hell out of that friendship. It was so fucking good. They had chemistry. It was just one of those that I wish that, and I guess you couldn't have recasted it, but I don't know if maybe you could have done something different because especially when you find out stuff about certain characters later, it makes like the Icarus and Circe, like, you're just like, oh, no, that's, no, that's, no, stop it. It's just, like, looking back on those scenes, I'm just like, ooh, you stop looking at her like that. Don't do that. The sex scene is not that serious. Everybody, like, so many fucking articles I've seen come out, like, on Twitter and shit, people talking, it's not that serious. Like, I thought we was gonna go into, like, you know, maybe, like, I don't know if y'all play Mass Effect Andromeda, but if you have your writer hook up with the human chick, I don't remember her name because I don't do names, that sex scene it's pretty, like, there's some good stuff in there. Yeah, I've seen sex scenes in video games that were more graphic than the sex scene in fucking Eternals. So it was like shoulder and back. I mean, he's got a very nice bag, don't get me wrong. And like, you know, it was like that typical like CW scene where like he's on top, so you just see like them kissing and like his back. There's not, like, he's maybe doing some movement, but it wasn't that serious. It wasn't. I know why she shot the sex scene in 25 fucking minutes. She said that. Because there's nothing to it. There's nothing to this. I don't even know why it took 25 minutes to shoot the sex scene. Probably because Chloe, like, her cinema, like how she directs the cinematographer. The power of the dark side. Love. Oh my god, fucking love. How she fucking directs the cinematography. The Eternals is beautiful, y'all. It is a beautiful movie, but that sex scene is just like whatever. So yeah, so in the beginning of the movie, like the first 2 acts, it's a lot of exposition. And they kind of do an okay job of trying to like show and tell. Like you get some lore, you get some big like lore drops from Ashram, I think that's what his name was, the big fucking cool looking dude in the sky that you'll find out what he does, and how he's connected to Eternals. So, you know, and there's some very beautiful, beautiful scenes, how that works when the Eternals are kind of going on this journey of, like, finding out who they are. But it all gets dropped in, like, expo and, like, lore drops because they didn't have enough time for the characters to live through that. And I'm really sad about it. Because if you had given her just give her 2 movies to tell this story, Eternals would be everybody's favorite Marvel movie, fight me. I'm telling you. People would be like, fuck yes, everybody wants to be an Eternal. Just give her 2 movies to tell the story. Because at the end of Eternals, I wanted that. Like, I want them to go back now and make me a fucking prequel and tell me all about these characters and let me actually spend time with them. Because I want, even the motherfucker, there's some Eternals that I don't like. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. But I still want to watch their fucking journey. And I want to see what happens to them. But despite that, like, when you get past the lore drops, the movie just takes off. It just fucking, like, the last, I would say, like, the first hour and a half, it's not boring. You just, it does, and I don't want to say that it stumbles. I want to say that she does a really good job with cramming all that information into the allotted time, but you're still cramming a whole lot of information into a lot of time. So that's what it feels like, especially when it comes to characters that don't have the chemistry to carry it. So if you want me to believe that these 2 people have this epic fucking love story, you'll see why. Watch the movie. It needs to be that kind of like Nathan Fillion and that chick in Firefly type chemistry. It needs to be that. So like as soon as they get on screen, like they just have that together that they haven't even spoke to each other yet, and you're like, can y'all fuck? Can y'all just start fucking already? Because I love y'all. Can y'all just start? You know, I don't think Cersei's and Icarus has that. Not in the movie. Like it was funny because I was looking at like some pictures online of like them, like people like the Cersei's and like Icarus lovers, they're like putting up gifts. And I'm like in the picture, they like look all intense because he's like giving her like that intense look and she looks all like, you know, great back at him. And in like those pictures, it's like, oh, look, y'all look like you're in the movie. It doesn't carry over. I'm telling you, it just doesn't work in the movie. So anyway, the second half of Eternals, though, like, once they're done dropping exposition and they just get to act and be in the story, and now she just gets to play with the story and the fight scenes and what's going on. Oh my God, it's so good. Some stupid-ass reviewer wrote, and on Rotten Tomatoes, one that the movie had no heart. Lies. You will feel like, I don't know how you walk out of Eternals and you don't feel something about these characters. They will piss you off. Some of them you will be like, I just want to fucking choke you. You will cheer hard as hell for some of them. Angelina Jolie commands every fucking scene that she is in. She is just that type of actress. She just fucking forget it. Like, girl, just commands it. Selma Hayek kills it. Like, just, so many fucking powerhouses. So when you just get into the meat of the story and these fucking fight scenes, someone also wrote that the fight scenes were an afterthought. That is a goddamn lie. Those fight scenes were amazing. They were so good. I didn't care too much about the villain in the story, but I did care about what the Eternals were going to do about the villain. So the villain was sufficiently enough OP that I was really scared for them and concerned about whether or not they were going to beat him. But I didn't have like feelings about the villain like you do like Thanos. Like you might have some feelings about, you know, Thanos or like some of the other villains in like the Marvel universe or whatever. I didn't really have any quote unquote feelings about this villains other than I thought that they were well matched for the Eternals. And I was really scared for some of the Eternals and some of the Fiends as to whether or not they were going to make it. So there was definitely that aspect of it. What else can I say about Eternals without spoiling it? Go see it. Go see this movie. This movie deserves to be seen in a movie theater on a big ass screen. In fact, if you can, go see that shit in IMAX because it is gorgeous. It is like Shang-Chi as far as just being a beautiful fucking movie. Like, holy shit. Like, if you are like one of those like cinematographer geeks or you just love like visually like stimulating movies, this will not let you down. It will not. If you just love epic Marvel fight scenes, you will be entertained enough in the first half of the movie, I think. Especially if you can just deal with like the pacing a little bit because it's not slow. Like some shit goes down pretty quickly. And then they kind of bounce back and forth between time to talk about, you know, how some of the characters felt and this, that, and the other. And that's where I think they needed to spend a lot more time, especially because there's so many fucking Eternals. But yeah, the fight scenes were good. They're really fucking good. Like Infinity War, like level good. Like whoever said that she gave fight scenes an afterthought is a goddamn lie. Especially because the Eternals have all these fucking amazing powers. So it just makes the fight scenes like, not only like, yeah, fuck them up fight scenes, but just like visually like this is fucking beautiful. It's good. So anyway, fucking go see Eternals in the movie theaters. Fuck what you heard on Rotten Tomatoes. Just know it's not without its flaws. Like it stumbles. Like it's a lot of information to put in a 2.5 hour movie. And like I said, any other writer director, this would have been a shitty ass movie. They wouldn't have been able, but you got to give mad props to Chloe for being able to pull this off because I think she does. And I'm really mad at Marvel that they didn't give her 2 movies to tell this story because it's really what it deserved. I don't know how you 10 characters in one movie and all that story. That's a lot. Like that's a lot. That's yeah. And just especially because like some of the chemistry wasn't there to carry it, but the actors themselves own their characters. Me and Pixel were talking, like, when we came out, like, I don't have a problem with any of the actors and how they portrayed their characters. It was like, they were those characters. It was just sometimes when you put those characters together in a scene, and now these characters are supposed to have an emotional connection, it falls flat. I think if you gave us more time with the characters, then maybe that chemistry would have developed longer. But some of it, because it's rushed, because she only had so much time, it doesn't work because they're not coalescing. They're not coalescing. Yeah. That's all. I'm gonna get into spoiler territory real briefly because I might have to make a new chat command in a second. That's different. So, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay. Fuck Icarus. Fuck him all up and down this motherfucker. Fuck Icarus. Fuck Ted. Fuck Anders. I gotta make a whole new command, and now it's just gonna be called Fuck Icarus. Fuck him. Fuck him. Oh my God. Fuck Icarus and fuck that little kid, man. So I'm talking about fuck these little kids, man. Fuck these kids. These kids is fucked in the head, man. Fuck all these little kids. Fuck him and what's that kid's name? Sprite? Fuck Icarus and fuck Sprite. Fuck them both. Oh my God. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Listen. This movie doesn't have enough Selma Hayek in it. You want to know why? Because Icarus kills her. Because he a little bitch. Because he's a This is why So when I talk about Icarus and Circe and why, like... So when you first meet them, it's supposed to be like they in love. Even though he's got constipated Zildath face. And okay, so those of you who don't hang out with us like it did, like Icarus is very like the soldier. He is like Superman level strength, right? But he's the soldier. That's his job. Like, he's the strongest Eternal or whatever, and he is loyal to Ajax, Selma Hayek's. I'm doing really good remembering names. Loyal to Ajax, Selma Hayek's character, like, does what he's told. Good little fucking soldier, right? That's it. Loyal to Ashram, the one that made the Eternals or whatever. Like, so he walks around with like constipated face on the whole time because that's who he is. He's the serious soldier, blah, blah, blah. Which makes his interactions with Circe's, those two characters have none. Like, I don't even know if they like each other in real life. That's how bad their chemistry is. Like, I guess she might hate him in real life. Like, they just have no chemistry, like none. They have no, but they're supposed to be in love, right? So like in the first scenes when he's like walking around following her and like smiling and shit, it kind of didn't take. You're kind of just like, you guys have no chemistry. And then they fuck like mad quick. So you're just like, okay, I guess I'm not really feeling your love affair, but go off. All right. But then you find out that he's like fucking crazy, and like literally like the Eternals spend like a good part of the last half of the movie fighting him because he's fuck crazy. So then you look back on those scenes when he's following her around and you're just thinking to yourself, stalker. Like, then like I'm like, ew, you just like, you're like the Brightburn stalker, like, ew, like don't even look at her. Cause you literally like that he kills Salma Hayek. He pushes her off a cliff and lets the devious, and you're so mad at him. You're so mad. What little fucking bitch. And then like Sprite fucking, spoilers, Sprite fucking stabs somebody in the fucking back. It's just it's fucked up. It's fucked up, yo. I'm so mad at them. So bad. Angelina Jolie, I want her to win an award for this movie. I do. I want whatever, just like give it to her. Because she plays Thena, aka Athena. And that's one of the reasons why I want them to make a prequel. I need to see like her like being the goddess of war. She has this relationship with Gilgamesh, big dude who just punched. Oh my God. My heart. They have the best chemistry and they're just friends. She goes a little crazy herself. She's got this, it's because Eternals are basically made and their memories get erased. Don't get triggered, forgotten players. Their memories get erased and then they kind of just go on planets and start all over again for purposes. And she starts to remember, and that drives her a little crazy. So sometimes she has to fight. She like goes nuts and like mistakenly starts fighting like her friends or whatever. And she's a badass, so this isn't good. Especially because not all the Eternals can fight, which makes some of the fight scenes really scary too, because not all of them have like fighting abilities. So some of them will get fucked up by the deviants. But Gilgamesh like takes care of her, like he just volunteers. So a lot of times when she goes crazy, he just like, she attacks him, he just deals with it, and then he gets her to remember again. So it's just like, it's so good how he takes care of her. And then they kill him. Yeah, they kill him. Like he dies right in front of her. It's fucked up. It's totally Icarus's fault too, because he's a little bitch. But it's fine. Fucking little stalker ass motherfucker. He pulls the Icarus and flies right into the sun, which is best fucking. I'm mad Athena doesn't kill him, but I'm real happy at the end that he gets all sad about what he's done and then fucking yeets his dumb ass into the sun. I'm like, bye bitch, go. You're not mad about that. You're like, great. Can't miss you. But yeah, Angelique, she owns it. Every fucking scene that she's in, and I don't even know like if they gave her actual weapons to hold when she's fighting, because like it's all like she can just make weapons, like that's her ability, like she can just make whatever the fuck she needs. So I don't even know if like she gets weapons or if she's just like has nothing and she's just fucking make-believing it. And if that's the case, it's so good. She just fucking owns it. She just, like, I've missed her in like fucking like movies like this where she's just one of those actresses, like you give her a role like this, especially like this crazy fucking fighter chick, she just like, she killed it. She fucking like, she's my favorite. Her and Gilgamesh are like my two favorite Eternals. Hands down, because they're just fucking great. They are just, I need like a whole Disney Plus series just about Thena and Gilgamesh's adventures. That's all I want. That's really all I want in life. That's all I want. Everybody else was great. All the other Eternals besides Icarus, fuck Sprite. Yeah, fuck Sprite and Icarus. Fuck both of them. All the other and maybe the other guy whose name I can't remember. Finger gun dude. Choo 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 choo. That guy. Fuck him too a little bit because he a coward. Druid was okay. No, Druid was a mind control boy with the accent. He was cool. He's kind of an asshole, but he alright. Yeah, I don't remember who. Choo choo. Finger gun dude. Mr. Coward. Mr. I'll follow Icarus anywhere. And then Icarus dipped and he's just like, whatever. Yeah, Jaw's sex scene is true. Jaw's sex scene was more graphic than the sex scene in Eternals. 100%. 100%. Like, you actually see, like, Jow going down on your fucking rider. Like, this was... It's just like... So, anyway, go see Eternals. Fuck Icarus. Fuck Sprite. Fuck Marvel for not giving Chloe 2 Eternals movies to watch. That's all I got for you. That's all I got.
He like wraps a hand around the dude's neck, puts him real close to his face, uncomfortably close.
What the fuck?
And he says in like a low growl, "This is your heart to metal."
Hurt him! He was banging my head into a floor. What is wrong with you people?
Linda's just like patting his arms like, Dante, we have to go. Guns behind us. Must blow shit up.
Why do you
Felonies
have so much
do.
testosterone? What is wrong with you people?